Cherie Hanson here. I'm in a very good mood because I scrubbed the stairs and got all of the dark spots off of them. For me, it's kind of a spiritual regrounding. It's not like ayahuasca or LSD, but pretty damn close. I wanted to talk today about a way for people to understand how using energy is. When you disabuse yourself to the concept that 3D is a locked-in place of reality, and that you are this now, and you can't change, and you were like a mold. Your mother and your father and your grandparents poured you into a cement mold, and that's who you are, damn it. And you'll go through your whole life like that. That is the belief if you stay in the 3D world. But you can make a choice. This is the point. You can make a choice. Are you still limping from a cut in your foot from 4 years ago? No, something happened. What was that thing? That thing was the energy of the universe, of your body, of your spirit has healed that so that it's no longer present. That is no longer you limping. So, in order to help you get a grip on this, because I am a born teacher, as irritating as that can be to everyone around me, I can teach you something. I get all excited. It's kind of like somebody who's an alcoholic and they go, oh, a martini. For me, it's like, oh, I read up about this. I know this. I'll look around in my medical bag and take out this information that might be of help to you. And that just lights me up. So just have patience with it. Here is how you can understand energy. You plant a seed in soil, and it's a seed. But it's not a seed, it's potential. It's the potential to be a plant. The right conditions around that seed will be like the cosmos plants that are exploding their green traceries into the air in my front yard. But there has to be an intention that you set. Otherwise, if you're not getting the right watering, the right temperature, the right fertilization, the right soil, the right conditions around your being, you're not going to burst into some glorious form of yourself. So, metaphorically is truth. You know, a lot of people say, oh, metaphors, they're just fancy. No, they're not. They're truth. It's the language without metaphor that has no truth in it. If you are a composer, you will sit down and you will decide on the type of music that you play. You will decide on what instrument you are. 2 people were staying with me the other day. I've known them for 10 years. They stayed with me for 10 years. And they said their daughter brought home the piccolo, The piccolo is a musician that she married who plays the piccolo. And I thought, that's beautiful. She brought home the piccolo. And so we have to decide, what is my music? Am I someone who is playing the harp, the auto harp, the triangle, the kettle drums? What music am I making? Sit with that. If your life was a piece of music and you were a musician, what would your life sound like? The other way of looking at it is, let's say you're a visual artist. You got a blank canvas, and this is the part we're having trouble with. You are a blank canvas. You are not a cement mold of a pineapple, and that's all that you will ever be. When you're able to understand the energy and the possibility for transformation, or from moving from this lifeline to another lifeline, we come to understand this is a blank canvas. What is my media? Am I going to, my life going to be a watercolor? Is it going to be a burned wood carving? Is it going to be oils? What picture am I making of my life? I saw a photograph the other day of a single blasted burned tree clawing into the air with gray clouds all around. And I thought about people that I've talked to who are painting that picture for me. This is me. I've been struck by lightning. I'm blighted. I'm not blooming anymore. The atmosphere around me does not provide me with the sun and the clear air that I need to thrive. So therefore, I can never be anything other than this. So if you want to get a grip, let's get a grip. This is the time to get a grip, astrologically speaking. What genre are you? Are you a Joseph Campbell hero quest? Going out into the world, doing the challenging, the difficult things, using your gifts and your talents and your energy to create something, to find an answer, to turn the light on in the dark room. Is that you? Are you a story of drama and failure and scarred surfaces, like one of those planets in a sci-fi movie that's just had meteors hitting it, and it has no water, it has no atmosphere? And then this is what we do. We don't understand that we're choosing our manifestation style. Think about that. Am I willing to hold the image of myself as a beautiful, uplifting symphony, as a TikTok clip of a meadow with a waterfall and flowers dancing in the breeze? Am I willing to hold the vision of myself as a strong, vibrant, powerful spirit? Or do I allow myself to be conditioned by everyone and everything around me and behind me and the precursors of my existence. That is my choice. That is our choice right now, because we're moving into new energy on the earth. It's kind of like those pet circuses, you've got the ring with the rice paper around it, and the little dog jumps through the barrier, and you look at it and you go, that wasn't really a barrier, that was easy. But it isn't easy if I keep telling myself that it's too hard. I'm locked into this. I'm locked into this story. I'm locked into this style. I'm locked into this way of moving through the world. And this is what I have to say to myself when I get to that place. I sit down and I talk to myself and I say, why are you crap talking yourself? Everything you're saying is bullshit. It reminds me of the old, I always go back to the olden days. I'm sorry. If you were on a bus with me, I'd be telling you about back in the 1940s or in the 50s. You go like, oh God, this might stop coming up pretty soon. So it reminds me of the olden days when a vacuum cleaner salesman would come into someone's house and dump a full bag of dirt and garbage on the floor, so they could show you that only their vacuum cleaner can get it up. Now, you get this? This is what's happening right now. The oligarchs, the overlords, the controllers, the media, those that want you in pain, stupid, and confused are dumping their garbage in your living room. And you know what comes next? You need to buy my vacuum cleaner. My vacuum cleaner is the only thing that's going to get this crap out of your house. Wait a minute. You put the crap in my house. And I think the part that we're missing, because we're so hypnotized, we're so in a trance, we're so controlled, a walking zombie, numbed out people, is that we don't know that we don't need to open the door for him or her. Don't let them into your house. That's important. Does this information make my life better? Sometimes it does. I'm not saying, get high and blow bubbles all day. I'm not saying that. Please don't think I'm saying that. If some information comes up that you feel you can hold without losing your vitality, without lowering your vibration, and maybe you can be of help, that's one thing. We had a beautiful demonstration called Hold the Line at City Hall on Saturday. It was fantastic. I'll tell you why. You know why? Because it was all ages. There were 20-year-olds, there were 18-year-olds, there were 80-year-olds, there were 70-year-olds. And the thing that all of these people had in common as we did the walk around the block was their story. And I was listening to their story. The young man walking behind me who works in the north, in the inlets, helping to save fish stock. Another young man that is a tree planter because he wants to make sure that the forests are left. A young woman who works with Mexican immigrants that come to pick crops in Kelowna to help them access the Canadian system of medical care and needs that they have. I think the thing that happens when you go to a demonstration like that is it's not angry. I heard all around me people who are working toward the good. And it was glorious. And we were different. We were so different from one another. So this is what I say to you. If you can get into a place where you do affirmations or you listen to a teacher or you repeat things to yourself every day, it is your job to build the neurological pathway to really understand that everything is energy. You are energy. You are creating your life. Instead of curling up and putting a soother in your mouth, what is the soother? It's going to be cake or cookies or booze or some kind of Netflix series. Take that out and learn to build optimism in your own brain. Your brain is your responsibility, baby. So that's all I have to say today. I've said a lot. Think about what genre you are, what music you are, what glorious manifestation of life on earth you are, and start creating that. It's the time. It's the time. I want to encourage you to get a hold of me if you're feeling lost. I am coaching quite a few people from different places in the earth. I just think of it as a steadying. You know, they can check in with me. They make a plan. They make a commitment to themselves. And when they get into the weeds, they can get a hold of me and I can suggest some things that help them. It's not like I'm telling them what to do. All I'm doing is letting them know how they can get support for what they do want to do. And just get a hold of me. I don't need to be sitting across from you. I have people all over the earth that I'm working with. And please subscribe. I'm learning this. I'm finally getting this. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, this is what you do. You put my information, my flashes of light, my shining of light up higher in the world so that someone who is lost can find it and it can help them. So you're helping me help them by subscribing. And I want to say to you, as I always do, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you.